whatever path you were on, whatever inspired you to come here today, we honor you and we welcome you. And now, our message.
Take a deep breath and relax. It's all that joy that you just experienced, the smiles and the laugh and everything that just went on. That is life. That's the universe speaking to you in wonderful, marvelous ways. Just take that in for a moment and realize you are one with that spirit, with that joy, with that love. Music is God expressing. Joy is God expressing. You are God expressing. We are spiritual beings having these earthly human experiences. This is what we are meant to experience. Just what we did a moment ago. We are one with God. We are one with each other. We are one with Spirit, with the universe, with the universal intelligence, the ultimate reality. It is all one. So just breathe it in and know that that is you, your true being, your true self. And it's fun to let it out, and to express it and to share it with others. And release it and let it go and say, and so it is. Thank you. Now, that's good.
Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone? Good. Good. That was amazing. How are you? Okay. Sure. Beautiful song. I'm so looking forward to hearing how that evolves. It doesn't need to. It's perfect just as it is. But wouldn't it be fun to know those words so we could sing along? Because you guys are having way too much fun up there. And it was like tempting. I wanted to get up and start moving too. So yeah. So we're looking forward to co-creating some songs and music together. So stay tuned to that. And thank you, Liz, for continuously organizing the practices and getting together, because I know it takes all of you to come together and commit to that joint intention, and it's working, because that was beautiful. So thank you. Okay, there's so many things that I'm excited to share with you. Well, last week I was here, but I didn't share because someone else was speaking, and that was Pam. Wasn't that fun? Dr. Pam she gave us such a good example of how she lives in this thing that we call spiritual mind treatment. She gave us an actual insight into how her mind and her life works by sharing that very secret thing that she was talking about as far as this new job that she's manifesting. So I was here, but I wasn't really here. So I didn't get a chance to share with you the amazing time that I had on the trip, the cruise that I went on. I went on a cruise with 100 of my peers and friends, other ministers and practitioners of science of mind, and we got on a ship, big Caribbean cruise, and we took off with 4,000 or 5,000 other people, and we had this amazing experience. So over the course of the year, I will be weaving in some of the things that I discovered during that time, during the keynote speakers and the many different breakout opportunities that I had to meet with people that go to centers just like ours all around the country. And so I invite all of you to think about this for next year. If you guys would like to join me in going on the Anton conference. I doubt that it will be a cruise, which I think is a good thing. But come to the conference with me next time. It's an amazing way of connecting with other communities like ours that are doing things like we do and more. It's a great way to network and feel the oneness of our affiliated New Thought network. Another thing today was new is our Diksha. We introduced Diksha. It's something that's very dear to my heart. And the philosophy of the Oneness University in India aligns so closely to what we teach here through Ernest Holmes and the Science of Mind that I encourage you to come and appreciate Diksha. We'll be offering, as you saw, many of you that came early for the meditation, we closed the partition and had the meditation in here. Well, after service, we're going to close the partition again. But we won't lock it this time, right, Lynn? We locked ourselves out, so that wasn't good. So we'll close the partition after service, and those of you that want to enjoy the beautiful food and the birthday cake and the coffee and the tea can go back there. And those of you that want to receive a oneness blessing or a spiritual mind treatment with one of our practitioners, you're welcome to come over here into the healing side, into the meditative side. So, join us for that. The next thing I want to do is I would like to invite Carol and Alan and Alex and Nikita to stand up. I know I'm surprising you. They weren't prepared for this. So these individuals, they have taken the last year, 2 years, to go through the basic principles of spiritual living here at the Sati Center. They've dedicated over 90 hours and spent their resources and their time and their energy and added to the consciousness of this center. They've sat in classrooms with me as their teacher, those poor individuals, for 90 hours. That is 5 6-week blocks where we got together 3 hours a week and discussed these heady principles, these heart-opening principles, and really made some significant shifts and change. Wouldn't you agree? So I have these certificates of completion for each of them. So I would like to hand them to them, and then, so maybe you hold your applause and your recognition of them until they all have their certificates so that they can see them and hold them. So I'd like to congratulate all 4 of them for a year of basic principles, the science of mind. So why is that important? Doesn't it feel good to know that there are people that are adding to the consciousness of this community? That are waking up and becoming powerful co-creators and utilizing these spiritual principles to make a difference, not only in their own lives, to help their own families, but to join in this spiritual community in building a foundation of unconditional love and taking it out into the greater Ogden, the greater community of Utah and beyond. It feels really good to know there are people that are dedicated and committed to these teachings. And so, as embarrassing as it is to point you out, I appreciate and acknowledge your commitment and your dedication to raising consciousness. So thank you. So, this is the first Sunday of May. Happy May Day to those of you that were out there with your hands in the soil on May 1st, planting and nurturing the earth in that way. So the theme for May is attraction. And we're going to be talking all month long, 5 Sundays. We're going to be bringing you some powerful principles about how to become a conscious co-creator whilst utilizing this invisible law called the law of attraction. There's been a lot of buzz about the law of attraction. It's kind of gone a bit mainstream, and there's some negative fallout from this, so you can manifest whatever you want type of thing. But it's so much more than that. The law of attraction is a beautiful law to understand. So get ready to deep dive into what it means to use the invisible power of your mind to activate the co-creative process to manifest a life that you truly desire. It was such a good example to see Sherry and April come up and sing that song, and the way Sherry articulated the creation process. Each of us have the capacity to follow our innate desires, whatever they may be. Because I think that that ability that we have as human beings to feel what we want, and then to be able to cultivate an inner atmosphere of that desire. And maybe it's a soulmate, maybe it's a greater sense of peace and well-being, maybe it's a health issue. Whatever it is, we have the ability to identify a desire that we have and then to bring it into expression. Now, we do this unconsciously most of the time, but how amazing could your life be if you channeled your energy, if you focused your attention to breathe life into the life that you truly want to be living? How amazing would it be if you committed yourself to your dreams and desires and actually brought that forth? It would look like we just saw Sherry and April up here singing that song. Because each of us have a unique set of desires, don't we? Some of them are similar, but each of us have our own unique individual set of desires. Things that we want to do, things that we want to participate in. Dreams. So, in this teaching, we explore that. So the first step to the co-creative process, or understanding the law of attraction, is to understand who you really are. So my talk today is oneness. Oneness. And this is the first step of what we call a spiritual mind treatment. It's a 5-step affirmative prayer, a scientific process that we go through so that we can become available, still enough, quiet enough within ourselves, utilizing the power of our minds to become still enough to realize who you really are. Beyond the name that you have, beyond the body that you inhabit, there is a you. There is a real you. Many religions and teachings share this philosophy, that there's a real you, a higher you, your higher self, the Atman. So why is that important to know? Because when we take our place in this grand scheme, that each of us are a part of this one amazing happening, this one body, humanity, the planet. If you sat on the moon and you looked down back at the earth, what would you see? You would see one. We're a part of that one. So when we understand that we're a part of this one life, this one natural universe, we can see that we're also part and use the laws of this one universe. that the universe, the laws are available to each of us alike. The laws are accessed through our mind, through our thinking. And there's only one mind. There's only one body. And there's only one mind. So each of us are a microcosm of the macrocosm. We live in this reflective universe. We're mirrors. We're all the same. So we tap into the one mind through our individual mind. We're individuated, co-created beings that can use our own minds to tap into the realm of possibilities and potentialities. That's why beautiful songs come forth. That didn't come from Sherry's body. It didn't come from her mind. It came through her mind. That song could have come through someone else's mind. But she was willing. She was available. She put in her 10,000 hours, so to speak. She practiced. She tried it on. She talked about it with other people. And something came forth from the invisible into the visible. That's how we create. I was talking to someone recently, this week, about how artists have an amazing role on this planet. And I'm an artist. I consider us all artists. We all have different mediums, most of us. We have the opportunity to bring the invisible into the visible. And we do that, I do that through watercolor art. I do it through the jewelry I make. How do you bring forth something from the invisible and make it a part of this world for all of us to enjoy? That's why we're here. We're part of the one human family. And we're individuated beings of light and love. Spiritual beings having a human experience. Or as one of my mentors, Bob Proctor, says, we're being human. We're being human for a while. And whilst we're being human, we get to utilize this amazing power of our mind, our imagination, our desire, to imagine what it is we want. I'm picking on Sherry today, but she imagined a song. She imagined the Satya blues chant and brought it forth for us to enjoy. Look at how many lives she affected. All of you. Unless you didn't hear. That's how powerful we are. And some people say, well, who am I? You know, what I do is not that important. I'm just this boring little person that doesn't have much. Every one of us is here to offer. We can't even imagine. Can you imagine if everyone in this room was completely turned on and activated to follow their innate inner compass, their desire, and then take the human footsteps? Make that phone call, talk to that person, do that thing, whatever that is, and cultivate out of the invisible through the vehicle of the mind and bring forth books, jobs, things that we've not even thought of. I remember when I heard the story about the US Patent Office was considering closing down at the beginning of the 1900s because they thought at that time, Congress thought, everything had already been thought of.
Brilliant, brilliant.
You can see that probably wasn't a good idea. If we inject, like put a cap on it, okay, no, all the good ideas are done. Sorry, no more room on this planet for anything new.
Everything's been thought of.
No, but we're an open at the top kind of people. Humanity, the universe is this one thing that is happening, is seeking expression through each of you, through each of us. And when you're in tune with your desires, when you know what you want, the universe will match that vibration in ways that will astonish you. In ways that will astonish you, if you're prepared to be astonished. Wasn't it Einstein that said you can see life as a miracle? Or you can see life, you can believe in one or two miracles, but see life as an absolute miracle? The fact that we're alive is a miracle. The fact that you've attracted the person sitting next to you as your friend or partner, that's a miracle. I mean, imagine the chain of events that had to take place for you to meet each other. And you're kind of like, oh him? Whoa! You're back! And he is back. Oh, you're back. My husband's back full time, and I'm really, 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 really excited about it. I have to watch the time I get carried away. So I wanted to share with you a passage from a couple of books. This is the Essential Mystics, Poets, Saints, and Sages, a wisdom treasury. I love this book. So on the chapter on oneness, this is from the Vedas, the Hindu texts. Becoming what we really are. In the beginning, there was no being and no non-being. There was no air, no sky, no death, no immortality. Darkness was hidden in the void. But what was hidden in it? The One breathed the nothing. The One breathed, but nothing else existed. Then the One forced itself into existence. Desire entered the One and planted the seeds of mind and matter. A beam of light shot across the universe. Creation, fertility, energy, and desire came into being. Who can say where creation came from? Or whether or not He produced it? Only He knows. Or perhaps He does not know. So here we are, the universe showing up as individuals. Where did we come from? Were we part of the stars that shone across the skies at one point? Quantum physicists say yes, we're all made of the same stuff, broken down to the smallest component, the quanta. The subatomic particles were all made of the same stuff. So when did we come into creation? When the One breathed in the void? Maybe. And that breath, it's still happening within you now. If you believe that creation story. So that's what I encourage you to do this week, is to ponder who you are. To ponder, what does it mean to be one in the One? In the Bible it says, when Moses talked to the burning bush, the bush answered and said, I am that. I am. And I like to think of that statement as universal intelligence giving us a message. I am that. I am. Moses asked the divine, who are you? And the divine answered, I am that. I am. So each of us can practice this concept of connecting with all beings. I am that. I am. I am that. I am. The trees, the plants, the bodies of water. I am that. I am. Here in plain light, the divine expresses as each one of us. What a gift to realize who you really are. What a blessing. Thank you. So let us close our eyes and go within. And as we enter the presence of the I am, we know that we know. There's something within us that knows there is only one life, and it is our life. There is only one power, and it is the power coursing through us, animating us. This one spirit that breathes life through us. I am that I am. So in full recognition of that truth, I speak this word. The word. Each one of us has the power of the word. When we use our words to focus our faith and to manifest our world, I am peace, I am joy, I am love, I am capable, I am creative, I am joyous, I am harmony, I am easy, I am flowing, I am in love with my life and all those that cross my path, that enter my world. Knowing that I am where I am, all is well. It always is. I am where I am, and I bring forth my love. I bring forth my love. I just simply continue to bring forth what is needed to serve the one. I do that in my own unique way, with the thoughts I think, with the relationships I nurture, with the service I offer. I am the mind of God knowing, the heart of God loving, and the hands of God serving. And for this, I am blessed. For this I give thanks. And I simply release these words knowing they're already so. That's how the law works. And so it is. Namaste.
Thank you for blessing us with your presence today and being a part of the Satya Center. You're invited to join Reverend Ali and Reverend Lyle each Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for your dose of connection, inspiration, and co-creation. The Satya Center is located at 795 24th Street, Ogden, Utah. For directions, a map, and our service times, please see our website, thesatyacenter.org. This program was brought to you by the kind donations from the members of the Satya Center. Thank you.